Tesla owner. Tesla hasn't said why it says the Netherlands as its kind of pilot program, but here's the deal. It's not that Tesla's like, oh man, we want to make sure that everybody with an electric vehicle has an opportunity to charge their car no matter where they are, even if they're at the Tesla way. I mean, that may be the headline, but let's be honest. It's a profit thing. It could be a whole new potential revenue stream for them. In fact, they've already said that, hey, if you do charge at our stations and you have a non-Tesla vehicle at one of our Tesla supercharger stations, you will be charged more. I know. I was as shocked as you are. And which fast food place is teaming up with Robinhood to serve up inside of Bitcoin and Dogecoin and Ethereum? Burger King. So it's a giveaway that runs through November 21st, my anniversary, or while supplies last. And you get a chance to win one coin from a pool of 20 Bitcoin, 200 Ethereum, and 2 million Dogecoin. The majority of people will win Dogecoin, obviously, while approximately 1 in every 100,000 will win a Bitcoin, and probably 1 in every 10,000 will win the Ether. So I guess the odds could change as the prize codes are distributed, but hey, you get a Whopper, you get some fries, and a Bitcoin. Not a bad deal. KFI and KOST HD2 Los Angeles. Let's take a look at your ride now. Jeff Fogg, good morning to you.
Good morning, Jennifer. How you doing? Boy, the fog came over, man. I was even the birds are walking around here.
It is
so
really...
heads up now, if you have to drive around downtown Los Angeles,
Oh, I think we lost Jeff. But I know that he was just going to talk about the fog. And all on my drive from Rancho Cucamonga all the way to Burbank, it was pretty thick the whole way. I was surprised. Normally it kind of dissipates after a little bit, but it seems like the pockets were all up and down the 210 and 134. There you are, Jeff. Hi.
We are definitely having signal problems here this morning. Indeed, the fog is a little bit of a problem. But let's get to the freeway here. Coming through the East Valley interchange, northbound 101 past 4, that was a very complicated crash. Still working, actually. And the north 101 really jammed coming up from the East Valley interchange and merged with the West 10 just as bad. And even the north 110 now, if you're around Staples, it's really jammed all the way through downtown trying to transition to the northbound 101. Another big problem is South 605 at Valio. If you were listening to Dave earlier, warned you about this. The right lane is blocked. Valio's in between the 10 and the 60, so delays there. And I'll check on this for you. There was an eastbound problem. Now, eastbound 10 in between the 605 and the 57 at around 6 or so. Halfway point. I'll check on that for you. Just be careful going through. KFI Am to the guy. I'll get you there faster. I'm Jeff Fogg.
record low interest rates, high equity in your home because the property values have exploded. What do? You take that equity, is one idea, and you borrow against it because you're earning nothing. Pay low interest rates, invest that money. You'll make money. That's what you want to do with your money. You pay make money with your money. I mean, that is the mantra. And that's what HMS Capital is all about. With their razor-sharp interest rates, they're confident they're going to earn your business. They'll show you how you can get a mortgage at the lowest possible interest rate. HMS Capital. I've done 2 mortgages with them. I've known Mark Tice, the president, over 16 years. Easy for me to recommend them. Call 833-255-5698. 833-255-5698. Visit hmscapital.com.
You're tired of your car. You want something new, and you want it now. No problem. Roto has your back. That's R-O-Z-O. Sell your old car and get into a new one right from the comfort of your couch. Use the Roto app to browse thousands of vehicles from local dealers for the best deal on the wheels you really want. Roto, the fastest, easiest way to buy or sell a car. Download the Roto app now or check out roto.com. That's R-O-T-O.com.
SoCal weather from KFI. Looks like we've got another sunny day ahead after we get rid of the fog. So it'll be kind of a mostly sunny day, let's put it that way. Highs will be just again in the low to mid 60s at the beaches, mid 60s to low 70s for Metro LA and OC, mid to upper 70s for the valleys and the IE. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee. This has been your wake-up call. Handle on the news starts now.
Handle on the news. Handle on the news. And now, here's Phil Handle.
Good morning, Bill Handle morning crew. Tuesday morning, November 2. As usual, we have a fair amount of news to cover. First of all, Jennifer Jones-Lee.
Hello.
And there's Wayne. And the lovely, we'll start with Alex. And Tyler. Hey, good morning. Misty's here too. Oh, and Misty, that's right. You even saw Misty this morning. I completely forgot
Good morning.
that she was there when we did the house. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. And good morning to you. Okay, I think there's good morning. Good morning. Good morning, John Boy. Yes. All right, let's do it. Handle on the news. Jennifer Jones-Lee, Wayne Resnick, and me. Lead story. Now, the president is calling for a plan to reduce methane emissions. He's done something that previous administrations has not done, and that is go right after the oil business, the oil and gas business, and say even old wells have to have the new technology to reduce emissions. You've seen photos, videos of wells, and they have that flame coming out the top. That's natural gas that's associated with the oil. And that's the burn-off. Well, newer wells don't have that because of federal law. Older wells do. And now, under the Biden administration, even old wells are going to have that technology to lower methane. And, I'm thinking two things I'm thinking. One is, what do you do with older wells that just cost too much money? Especially to retrofit or whatever they have to do. To rent for small companies, for example, who are making sort of limited profits and really can't afford it. That's one, and I don't know of any exemptions if you have an oil well, if you have a company that's less than X number of employees. I don't see that in the bill. And you notice that the president has made absolutely no reference to cow farts. Now, keep in mind that cow flatulence is not only loud and disgusting, but it actually adds to the methane in the atmosphere to a substantial degree. A lot of cows do a lot of farting, produce a whole lot of methane, and that's going to be one of the reasons we're going to a plant-based system of meat. And we're looking for plants that also fart, and they're harder to find.
I missed that whole portion.
I don't know why I'm opening this door. Why would we be looking for plants that
Because they're so
trying to get to plant-based
two reasons.
protein to avoid the cow farts?
Two reasons. Number one, it would be the lead story on Handle on the News if we did find one. And two, we want to not use those plant-based meat because we're going to go zero tolerance on the methane.
Oh, well, then you're in big trouble.
Oh, am I in big trouble? Yeah, I certainly am. All right, let's move ahead.
All right, we're watching a lot of elections across the country. I think there are 30 states that are having November elections today, and a lot of people say that this is kind of a dress rehearsal for 2022, including the Minnesota Secretary of State. So what you're seeing is some states who are going to continue their COVID-19 voting practices. Other states are rolling it back, saying, no, we're not doing that this time around. You've got new cybersecurity issues at the polls, both good and bad. Today, I think, is just going to be a preview into what elections might have to deal with in the future.
Yeah, and the governor's race in Virginia is neck and neck, so we'll see what happens. And if it's that close, it turns out that one of the candidates wins by 300 votes, for example, and recount after recount happens, and finally that same or the other candidate wins. I don't know what that's going to do politically. I don't think it's going to make a big impact politically in terms of the big picture, in terms of Democrats versus Republicans. other than maybe the Republicans will say it's a rigged election if their candidate loses. That may be a possibility, which of course I think at that point we go right into not only is democracy under attack, democracy is gone. And they're pushing for a one-party system. And that is, a free election means a Republican wins, and a rigged election means a Democrat wins. That's simple, which is god-awful terrible. Also, the argument that the new voting rules are, in fact, voter suppression. Most of the rules came in during COVID. That's the reality. They came in during COVID. You have these Republican legislators saying, we're going to come back on that. And all of a sudden, it's become voter suppression. So you put in a new program for COVID, and in light of COVID, to deal with it, well, we no longer have that for the most part. And the legislature saying, okay, let's pull back. And guess what? It's voter suppression. Now, some of the new rules I like. For example, voter ID. I like voter ID because you sure as hell have to have ID when you enter or when you drive a car. Now, is that driver suppression if you force a driver's license? Because poor people don't have as many driver's licenses. People of color don't have as many driver's licenses as whites. By the way, I'm just making that up. I don't know if that's true or not. Certainly money they don't have. Access they don't have. And I like that. But not having 24-hour voting, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with someone wanting to vote at 3 o'clock in the morning? I don't have a problem with that. Especially someone who has 2 jobs and doesn't have time. So parts of it are good, parts of it are bad. We'll see what happens tonight. The big story, I think, is Virginia. And then you have
in New Jersey, they're kind of in the same boat. Where will a Democrat win again? Okay. So on Friday, the FDA approved the Pfizer vaccine for kids 5 to 11, and today, the advisory panel for the CDC will meet to discuss the same thing. Because I guess if this advisory panel says, nah, we don't like it, we don't like this vaccine for little kids, then the CDC might say we're not going to issue guidance to do it, and then you may not be able to get it.
Yeah, and if it is okay, which I think it will be, I think it will be authorized. A tremendous number of people are not going to have their kids vaccinated because they don't trust long-term studies, which there aren't any. And even if the CDC and the FDA says these vaccines are safe, it doesn't matter. The CDC and the FDA are liars. Let's not forget that. It's InfoWars that's telling us the truth, and that's the scary part. Now, some people are saying no long-term studies. And by the way, I have no idea what long-term studies are. Give me a timeline for long-term
they're not
studies.
defining it. In other words, start giving it to whoever's willing to take it and then check back with me in 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it, or 5 years or whatever. And so, we're back to that. Let's do one more before we take a break.
All right, Vanessa Bryant does not have to undergo that psychiatric evaluation in that lawsuit over the crash photos of Kobe Bryant and her daughter. So now they are saying, no, she does not have to prove whether the emotional distress that she suffered after the photos were passed around. She never saw them. And so the question was, they were going to test her psychiatric, they were going to do a psychiatric evaluation to see if she, in fact, could have had emotional distress from photos she never saw.
Just the photos.
Yep.
And the court said, no, you're not going to ask for the psychiatric evaluation.
But only because he said, trial set for February.
Yeah, which I don't understand.
You're too late with your request. He didn't say this would not be allowed.
And here's my question. If trial is set for February, December, January, you got 2 months, right? When February? End of February, beginning of February?
I don't know.
I don't either. So 2.5 months is not enough time to establish.
Not you know how cases work through the courts. It actually isn't.
Okay. All right. Let's take a break.
And what else?
And your chance to win $1,000. Let's not forget that. First time out on this show. Well, actually, wake up call had an hour, right? So first time out for us. This is KFI AM 640. Jennifer Jones-Lee.
Philly City Council is due to start its portion of the redistricting process by voting on an ad hoc redistricting committee. The Redistricting Commission has used data from the U.S. Census to update the city's districts. Election security is a top priority today as voters head to the polls in more than 30 states, as we were just talking about. Cybersecurity experts have come up with a special situational awareness room to monitor elections and share real-time info with officials. And trash is piling up apparently around New York City because 17% of sanitation workers refuse to get vaccinated. The COVID mandate started yesterday, and that put about 9,000 municipal workers on unpaid leave. We're taking a look at your drive with DKFI in the sky in the 405 next.
Medicare's annual enrollment period is open. And why is that important? Well, because if you're signing up for Medicare, you get to choose a program. If you're on Medicare, this is the only time when you can actually switch plans. And navigating Medicare, well, it literally can be overwhelming. AGA's team of experienced agents will advise you step by step on a plan that fits your situation and budget. Everybody is different. AGA's agents are local. They live and work here in Southern California, and you get assigned an agent. That's yours. And they'll compare most of the major plans at once at no cost to you, accepted by your physicians, cover your medications at the lowest out-of-pocket cost. And changes occur every year, sometimes substantially. And even if you're already on Medicare, set up a free benefit review. Make sure you're on the best plan or will be on the best plan. Dial pound 250 on your cell phone, say the keyword My Medicare. It's a free benefit review. Pound 250 on the cell, say My Medicare, or visit AGAMedicareOptions.com, AGAMedicareOptions.com.
When everyone on your gift list matters most, Lowe's can help you make more holidays. Save $20 on a Craftsman 20-volt max drill kit. Was $79, now $59. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last. Valid 10/28 through 2/2, U.S. only.
SoCal weather from KFI. It is a mostly sunny day ahead. Temperatures will range from the low 60s to the upper 70s. This report is brought to you by Lowe's. Let's take a look at that ride on the 405.
You betcha, not good, unfortunately. Now, some of this ground fog this morning could be, indeed, just right down to the ground, so be careful. This could be the case. South 405, past the 118, a little bit before, well, around Nordoff. But three drivers tangled there, and we got a mess going on, and it's backed up through the 118. By the way, before I go any further, Sepulveda Boulevard is still in good shape down to the 101. But South 405 after that, it's pretty slow from Sherman Way. Going out towards Calabasas now, westbound 101 around Topanga, Marone, same exit. But there's something in lanes slowing everybody out from Tampa. Downtown Los Angeles, no fun at all. North 101 past the 4 level, still clearing up, very complicated wreck.
This could be your right fit before
However, after that,
somebody.
if you take the North 5, pretty good drive up to Burbank. Way up high in the sky, up 50 there faster. I'm Jeff Barlow.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's November event is back, and they're saving pros like you all month long with top values on programs like DeWalt and Spyder, online or in stores through November 24th. Lowe's, the new home for pros, U.S. only.
I am one of thousands of women with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body. I am living in Nimble and taking Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Be in your element. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infection. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have any or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, poor mass abnormalities in the blood test, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite. Will I be able to smile again?
Can I eat my favorite food?
Can I live without worrying about my teeth?
These are questions you get every day at Clear Choice Dental Income Center. In a free 1-hour consultation, we can provide answers. You may be a candidate for dental implants which look, feel, and function like real teeth. And if you are, the answer to, can I feel like myself again, will be yes.
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 To find out more, visit at clearchoice.com.
Concerns about COVID? COVID clinics can help with multiple locations throughout SoCal. COVID clinic offers testing for schools, businesses, or travel with no cost to patients. Testing available and rapid results that can detect the Delta variant. Results usually available within an hour. And if you test positive, COVID clinics can help you find treatment. Even if you're vaccinated, you can still contract COVID. Find your nearest location at covidclinics.org. That's covidclinics.org.
Is your business growing? Bail-on commercial fire and security systems are designed to change as your needs change. So you're right for now and ready for next. Go to bailon.com to get protected today.
CPL 88012. Purpose Connect has solved business covered with shipping supplies and UPS services. Now buy two, get one free on select shipping supplies, plus the 25% off UPS express shipping services. In store only ends 1/1/22. Visit StaplesConnect.com/shipping for details. Staples Connect. Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has guided men through the challenges of divorce. You're not alone. Call Cordell & Cordell.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's California area attorneys. 1455 Crazy Road, Suite 500, San Diego, California, 92108. CordellCordell.com.
I heard the Federal Reserve may raise interest rates. Yes, in fact, mortgages have already started going up on the room. That's why we just refinances earnings. We got a 30-year fixed 2.5% rate. 2.71 as well. And we also put thousands out in cash and we save a bunch of other things. Only make the whole process fast and easy. I'm doing car earnings and locking my refi now.
Call Owning at 833-2OWN or go to owning.com and lock in a 30-year fixed refi at today's 2.5% rate, 2.731 APR. That's 833-2OWN or owning.com.
And also, like I was talking about, that's the innovation in the top and the different motor and but this is kind of the boost call on our policy features are up to 100%. People have an
Call Owning at 833-2OWN or log on to owning.com. That's 833-2OWN or owning.com. Students may be required to eat outside due to COVID restrictions.
Get to the school with rain and warm jacket.
They're going to make the kids eat lunch in the rain because they don't want the kids crowding inside the school. Aren't they at the peak of bureaucratic stupidity? Listen to this is Johnny Depp. What year is it? This is the people in charge of the school system on KFI.
Buddy Bill Handle here, and the morning crew.
2021. That was it.
Handle on the news. Your chance to win some money.
KFI has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword MONEY, MONEY, to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's MONEY to 200-200.
And if you win, you'll get a call from a number you don't recognize. You must answer it. And we do this 14 times every day, 20 minutes after the hour, between 5:20 a.m., 7:20 p.m. So if you don't win this hour, you got next, and then the next, and the next, right up to 5:20 or 7:20 this evening. All right, back we go. More Handle on the news. Jennifer Jones-Lee, Wayne, and me. Well, the guy arrested with assaulting American Airlines flight on that flight that was going to Denver Airport says, oh, no. She hurt herself. I was trying to protect my head because I was coming back from having brain surgery, or actually technically skull surgery, and it caused me all kinds of problems, and now it looks like his defense is going to be, I didn't attack anybody. Now he's been behaving strangely. People said he was getting up a lot, stretching a lot.